Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube. Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and welcome to Pinkmas. So today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I was tagged on Instagram by Annette's Makeup Corner to do the what 10 eyeshadow palettes would I keep if I could only keep 10. Oh, this took me, sorry, I have a hair in my mouth. This took me a while to figure out because I have so many palettes that I love. Then I have palettes that I love, not only because I love the formula and I love the palette, but I love the person who gave it to me. So I decided first and foremost to cut out 99% of these sentimental reasons of why I would keep a palette, because then I would also have to keep my first eyeshadow palette and all that stuff. So I just purely did it because of these are palettes that I love. I know that they perform well, and I know that I can get many beautiful looks out of them. So that is what I did. And I don't know who originally created this tag. I just know who I was tagged by. So everything will be linked down below. Everyone will be linked down below. And at the end of the video, I will also be tagging 5 people to do this as well. So the first palette, and this is in no particular favorite order or anything like that, but the first palette that I chose was the Beautē Oceanic palette. This year I purchased about 15 to 20 blue-green palettes. I purchased the Whale Song palette, I purchased the Certify palette, I purchased just so many different ones, and out of all of them, this one was my favorite, I believe. So that is the Oceanic palette, and this is what she looks like. So this is the first palette that I chose. The second palette, where am I going to put these? Start putting them over there. The next 3 palettes are actually in a bundle, and that is the Pinky Rose Cosmetics palettes. So we have the 80s Baby palette. Each palette was curated by one of the sisters. There are 3 sisters that own Pinky Rose, and each one was created by one of the sisters. So this is the first one. This is the 80s Baby palette. This is what the inside looks like, and this is what the outside looks like. The next one is the Obsessed palette, which this is what she looks like. And then the inside looks like this. And I got these for my birthday from my hubby as a bundle. And I had been wanting them ever since, like, I saw everyone using them. And the more looks that I saw created with these, I was like, okay, I have to have those. And last but certainly not least is the Exotic Peacock palette. And this is the color story of this one. And I just love these palettes. I know that each one individually and all 3 put together, I can create amazing eye looks. And there are so many different colors in these palettes, and I think they're very well curated. I think they're original, something different, and I just love these palettes. I love the formula, the shimmers, the mattes, everything. I love them. They're very pigmented, beautiful. Now, the next palette is probably one of my favorite palettes of all time, and that is the Beautē Flair palette. So that is this one right here. And I don't remember, no, I got it last year because I did my first impressions that I did with this was a collaboration that I did with Betty Jean, Beaute Bean, here on YouTube. So this is the inside. She is very well loved, and I've done a few collabs with her since then. I just did a group collab a few months ago with Kitty J, Nikki Raven, Debbie from Vinyl Beauty, and I think it was just the 4 of us, right? I feel like there was somebody else. I'll link it up here, but it was a few months back. I love this palette. I think it's perfect for fall. I think you can wear it in the spring. I think you can wear it year-round. and I just literally cannot get over the color story. Like, I think it's very original, and I love the Ace Beaute formula. I actually have one more Ace Beaute palette in this bunch, so had to put that in there. Could not go without. And again, I can get so many different looks with it, and when I did that group collaboration, I actually got one of my favorite looks out of it. So the next one is also one of my favorite palettes of all time, and that is the Blush Tribe Paulina palette. Paulina Beauty, you guys know her. She's here on YouTube. And I actually own backups of this palette because when it was re-released, this one I purchased when it first came out. And then when they re-released it, I bought backups. I actually sent one to a friend because we did a huge collaboration. If you guys haven't seen it, I'll try to remember to link it up here. But we did Collabination with about 30 different creators on Instagram and on YouTube, and we did, you know, each created a look with this to celebrate Paulina and to bring positivity back to the beauty community. And this is in collaboration with Blush Tribe, and this is the palette. I think Paulina and Blush Tribe did an amazing job. This color story is phenomenal. The quality is phenomenal. The formula, I mean, it's just amazing. And I'm so proud of Paulina still to this day for creating this. And each shade name has a meaning behind it, which is beautiful. And I know that if I pick up this palette and I want to create a look and I have to go somewhere, I can create a look in like 10 minutes with this palette, and I know that I'll feel beautiful. So I had to have this one in there. The next one, I hope is not cheating. So my friend, my best, Leann McCarter, sent this palette, the actual empty palette, to me. It has my name on it, so I love that. But also, what's inside is I chose to put my Xploders from Devinah Cosmetics and my Galaxy Dust eyeshadows from Devinah Cosmetics. So since it's the same brand, 2 collections in one palette, I would definitely keep this palette. And this is the only singles that I decided to keep. So it has a cover. It says Anya on it. And just take this off. And then the top 2 rows are the Xploders, and the bottom 2 rows are the Galaxy Dust eyeshadows, and they are all multi-chromes, and I freaking love them. I love the Xploders for inner corner highlights on the lid, brow bone highlights, and the Galaxy Dusts for wherever you want to put them. I mean, you could put anything wherever you want to put them, but these I use all the time. I love them so, so much. If I ran out of them, I would definitely repurchase them. And I'm finding that I really love the Devinah Cosmetics formula, no matter whether it's matte, shimmer, multi-chrome, duochrome, whatever it is. I almost put the Angelica Nyquist collaboration in this, but I ran out of room. But that's an honorable mention because I don't know. But I definitely would need these because these always provide that extra something to the look, whether it's the inner corner, like I said, highlight, or just a multi-chrome like on the lid. I love these so, 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 so much. So had to include those. And then the next eyeshadow palette we have, ooh, we only have 3 more after this. So that would be, this would be number 7. Yeah, math. That is the Hasina 2 from Blush Tribe. This is one of my favorite palettes of all time. I'm going to say that a lot. But I love this palette so, so much. The color story is me in a palette. Blues, greens, purples, my 3 favorite eyeshadow shades to use. And you have the black to deepen things up. I absolutely love this. Again, I can create a look with this and feel beautiful no matter what in like 10 to 15 minutes. I love Blush Tribe's formula, and I feel like this palette from Blush Tribe and the Paulina palette have the same formula, like the exact same formula, no difference between the mattes and the shimmers. So definitely had to put this palette in here, and it's just beautiful. And I love how the artwork matches what's in the inside of the palette too. Okay, so the next one, I almost put Its Two Sisters in here because I truly love these 3 palettes. And I had to leave the other 2 off because while I love them, I feel like I have not played with them as much as I've played with this one. And out of all 3, which is completely unexpected, this one is my favorite. So that is the Norvina palette, the Norvina Volume 3. And I freaking love this palette. I love the butterflies. I love that they're reflective. And what's inside is amazing and totally not my normal color story. But it is fall in a palette. And this is the color story. And I love like this one and this one and this one. They're like duochromes and they're so beautiful. The mattes are beautiful. The shimmers are beautiful. I know that some people have said that these are not the normal ABH formula. For me, that's a good thing because I've not been a huge fan of the other Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. I mean, I have a lot of them, but I don't reach for them. Mainly because they're color stories, but these 3 palettes, amazing. I think they're amazing. I personally think they're easy to work with, and I, again, create a beautiful look, in my opinion, with it every single time. I have used this on my channel countless amounts of times already, and I hope to use it more. I just love this one, and it blew me away because I really, out of all 3 of them, did not expect this one to be my favorite, but it really is. So I had to put this one in there because I think I've gotten more use out of that palette this past, like, however many months it's been out, like 2 or 3 months. I've used that palette more on and off camera than I have any other palette. The next one is which will come as no surprise to you guys because I love big palettes. And I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not sorry. This is the BPerfect Carnival XL palette that they did in collaboration with Stacey Marie. The back looks like this, and it is essentially a big, huge rainbow palette. And it has every color you could ever want. It also has 3 highlighters, which I actually don't think I've used yet, but I have the original one of this, and I love that. That was my favorite palette of 2018. Hello, Anya. It's 2019 now. But yeah, the sister to this one, the first original one, was my favorite palette of the year last year. And I just love this palette. Again, I can create amazing looks with it. I think the mattes and the shimmers both are just stunning quality. I think they did a great job curating it, and I'm glad that they left the shades in this palette that I love from the other palette the most in this one as well, because if somebody was just to purchase this one, I feel like they would be missing out on some of the shades if they hadn't included them in this one. So I don't mind having doubles of some of the shades, but yeah, I think they did a beautiful job. And if I was to go if I was a normal person and I was to go on vacation, I could probably just take this one palette and call it a day and not even have to bring anything else. And last but not least is one of the newest palettes to my collection, and that is the Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals palette. I love this palette. Thanks to Debbie, my sister, my twin, my best friend, I have become a pressed glitter aholic. I used to complain when pressed glitters were in palettes and I didn't see the use in them. I don't know. But then she introduced me to Alien Cosmetics, which has some of the pressed glitters, best pressed glitters I've ever tried. And then Tati came out with this palette, and it has a whole row of pressed glitters, as you guys know. But I think that the entire palette is stunning. And again, it came as a huge surprise because not only was I not subscribed to Tati Westbrook at all, I used to be a long, long time ago, but then I unsubscribed a while ago. Don't watch her. Don't have anything invested in, I don't have anything to gain from saying I love this palette. Like, I literally just love this palette. And you know, it's a neutral palette, so I mean, it's called Textured Neutrals, but this palette is so versatile, and I feel like I can create so many different looks with it that all look different, and I love this palette so much. So I'm sure you guys have already seen the inside of this. I've already done a collab with my friend Heather from Heart of Heather with this. I have a collab coming up with this, and I've done other videos on my own with this. And I just freaking love it. I wore it on Thanksgiving Day, and I put, you know, some mattes, I used all the different textures, and then I just put a press glitter on the lid, and literally that press glitter lasted from the time that I did my makeup until like 2 in the morning when I got home. So I had this makeup on for like 12 hours easily, and it did not budge. It looked exactly the same. Every single person that I saw that day, whether it was where I live, my husband, the gas station, where we went to eat dinner, like every single person complimented me. And every time I wear this palette, every person compliments me. And I just love this palette. And I have become a partial neutral look lover. Oh, by the way, this look is filmed, and if it's already gone up, I will post it up here. But yes, I love this palette. I cannot wait to create more looks with it. And if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I would literally be using this palette every single day. So I love this palette, and I hope, my hope is that she does this exact palette in other shades over and over and over and over and over again till the cows come home, because I hope she does a textured rainbow palette and a textured pastel palette and a textured smoky palette. Like, I want this formula exactly like this in every shade combination that you can imagine. That is how much I love this palette. So these are my 10 palettes that I would keep if I could only keep 10. Now, I am going to tag Debbie Knobloch. That's one. I am going to tag Kaylee Wesley. That's 2. I am going to tag Tara Lee George. That is 3. I'm going to tag Kyra from Journey and Beauty. That's 4. And I'm going to tag Heather from Heart of Heather. And that is 5. So everyone that I tagged will be linked below. And yeah, all you guys have to do is choose 10 palettes that you would keep out of your whole collection if you could only keep 10. And then when you're done, show them to us. And you have to tag at least 5 people. So I love you guys so, so much. Thank you for watching. I hope that you guys found this entertaining. And thank you to Annette for tagging me. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.